happy Friday to you. Merry Christmas. Today is Christmas Eve. Unless you don't celebrate Christmas, then today is, well, Friday. Either way, we're now officially in the season known as winter, and it started off yesterday with the shortest day of the year. From now until June 21st, we're going to see one more minute of daylight every day. Then on March 11th, we get 60 more minutes of daylight when we change our clocks. In other words, from here on in, the days will get brighter every day. You know, unless you're in the southern hemisphere where, you know, you've got bigger problems with your toilets flushing backwards. Anyhow, I am ready for Christmas this year. No last minute shopping for me because I invented a new job. I go to the mall where the line to see Santa goes on forever. And for a mere $1 a minute, I will hold your place in the Santa line while you go shopping. Then when I get to the front of the line, I'll call your cell phone and you can come right up. Bada bing, Merry Christmas. Tips are appreciated. Well, my tip to you right now is to sit back with a relaxing beverage and enjoy this week's Friday Funnies. And since this is the season that leads to excessive drinking, excessive eating, excessive shopping, all of the stories this week are about excess. You know, some people have a lot of time on their hands, and those people need a hobby. And at the Harvest Club, the shared hobby by everyone it's marijuana. The Harvest Club is a marijuana festival in Worcester, Massachusetts. And this year, a group of 40 enthusiasts attending the festival set out to roll the world's longest joint. They used 3,000 yards of rolling paper, 2.2 pounds of pot, and they rolled the joint 100 feet long. Unfortunately, they couldn't light it because nobody had the lung capacity to suck air from one end to the other. But it is the longest. Roberto Cabrera is a man with a problem. The 55-year-old from Saltillo, Mexico, has the world's longest wiener. And I'm not talking about Oscar Mayer. Roberto's man part is 19 inches long. It reaches his knees. But because it's that long, because he dangled weights from it all his life to stretch it out. But now he's on disability because he can't do his job. He said the uniforms they give him don't fit and he can't kneel down. Oh, boo-hoo, Roberto. You should thank your stars that you're not Scottish and have to wear a kilt every day. Then you'd have to tie your willy in a knot before you leave the house. Patrick Charan is 80 years old and his wife Barbara is 83, and they were driving their Toyota Tacoma truck from their home in California to the East Coast for the holidays. When they were motoring through Nebraska, however, they were stopped by the York County Police for not using their turn signal. Now, this is hard for me to believe because people that age notoriously use their turn signals all the time and they usually leave them on for a mile or two. But they pulled them over when the officers approached the car. They sensed a strong smell of marijuana. And in the back of the truck, they found boxes with 60 pounds of the herb in the bed of the truck. They had a street value of over $300,000. Now, in their defense, Grandpa and Grandma Charan said that the pot was for Christmas gifts for folks back east. But then they confessed that they were really on their way to Massachusetts to roll a mile-long joint. Hey, that's it for this week, my friends. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a very, very Merry Christmas. I hope it's the best you've ever had. And I'll be back here next Friday with the final Friday Funnies for 2017. You don't want to miss it.